I started to make music 10 years ago. I wanted to make my own music, and one of my dreams was to make an album. Many ideas, songs, and concepts were discarded over the years. I always thought they were never good enough. I made some songs, I uploaded some videos, but I never really tried to finish in an album. Until last year, on October 24th, I decided to make one album in 1 year. I actually started to think about the concept of this album when I was working on a different one. I was planning to be my debut album. It had 10 songs, and actually most of the tracks were ready. But during the process of making this album, I was thinking about the idea of my next album. Many concepts and ideas crossed my mind, but I thought about one title: To All My Friends. After months of working in Afterglow, I stopped working on it. I just wasn't feeling it anymore. I disliked most of my production on many of the songs, and I didn't know what to do with the album. After 1 year of stopping working in Afterglow, the idea of To All My Friends crossed my mind again. So, with 10 years of making music, with no album, I decided that this time is going to be the time I was going to finish an album. So let me show you how I did it. Alotenango is the opening track of the album, and actually was originally made for Afterglow. This alternative pop song is actually really simple. We have a percussive section made completely out of samples. The harmony was made with ignition keys and a sample of a piano. For the pre-chorus, I added a mellotron stacked with some pads to give this emotional feeling. And for the chorus, I added a guitar playing some power chords. I run this guitar through Guitar Rig, and I duplicated the signal to appear on the left and the right. Alotenango is a song about friendships and how sometimes a trip with your friends is the only thing that you need to heal your heart. Next Way is the next song of the album, and it's basically this pop 80s song that I made. The harmony are basically synths in the stacking top of each other with some clusterfuck to give that warmth and texture. The drums are classic samples from 80s drums, these hard-hitting, percussive type of sounds. For the bass, I use moto bass again, and I just wanted to make sure it was catchy, so I make a walking bass line playing throughout all the song. The key element of these songs were these texture samples that I added. For Next Wave was this texture guitar that I added in the chorus. I think it gives this the 1975 vibe. And that was the vibe that I was looking for with these textures. Next Wave is a song about looking for meaning and purpose while exploring topics like love, religion, and self-love.
No matter how many times you do it again until it's right.
Change is this experimental R&B song that is really simple, but really hard-hitting. For the drums, I use Timber drums. I think they're perfect for R&B songs, and I run it through these Guitar Rig percussive presets. For the bass line, I wanted to make sure it was interesting. So it changes throughout all the songs. So it has a different pattern from verse 1, chorus, verse 2, etc. For the chorus, I wanted to switch up the vibe. I wanted to make it slower. So I added this atmospheric piano to it, and I removed the bass line. Change explores concepts like anxiety, fears, and changing who you are for someone else. Sometimes you don't have to change, you only need to take control. Melatonin is the odd one out. It's this midsummer punk song that it was made completely with samples. The bass, the guitar, the drums, the synths, and all the ear candies that you hear throughout the songs are only samples. I never really made this type of genre or this type of production, so it was a good way to step out of my comfort zone. I really recommend you to always try new things, new genres, and new techniques for your production so you explore and improve more. One tip that I can give you for using samples is to use different samples for different sample packs. This is going to ensure that your song is unique to different type of songs. Melatonin talks about mental health and different ways to see the world. Redemption is one of those songs that come naturally. It's this catchy rock pop song that it was really easy for me to make. The harmony is played by a piano from Keyscape that is actually really catchy. The drums are these samples from Splice, but I make sure to give this a rock pop vibe like 21 Pilots or Baloo Brigada. A really simple bass line using, again, motor bass. And I think the key part of these songs are these two texture samples. Sometimes your song is going to sound a little bit empty, and one way to fill that space up is using these texture samples. It could be percussive, or in my case, is this melody type synths sounding left or right. I'm going to play it for you. These type of things will separate your songs from being simple to be a little bit more complex. Redemption talks about regrets, loss, and purpose. Trying to be better even though life isn't fair. Two is this psychedelic pop track that is heavily inspired in Tame Impala. The drums were made with timpa drums because I think they are perfect for the type of drums Kevin Parker uses on their songs. I wanted to make a similar bass line like in the Less Than Know I Better. So for this one, I actually play my square precision bass. I think the only way to replicate the bass from Tame Impala is by actually playing it. I also added some psychedelic things with Farfisa. And for the chorus, I played some guitars, playing power chords as well, to really emphasize these psychedelic type of songs. Two talks about that friend that traveled to find a new opportunity, and even though you miss him, he's better there, even though it hasn't been easy. My Sea was the most difficult song to make from this album. I actually created 3 different versions for this song, and I almost discarded it. But I pushed through my writer's block by not working on the song. I actually started working on different songs or recorded vocals for different songs, and I return when I have a fresh mind and more ideas. This song is different from the rest because it starts with a build-up. It doesn't have a chorus, it doesn't have a verse. This song starts simple, and I started adding more things little by little. I actually combined all the techniques used in previous songs. Then I started to add more things like samples or stack instruments, and we start to build up with more sounds until we reach the drop. My seed talks about how life will break us down again and again, but we still have each other to make life a little less difficult. Thank You is the last song of this album. It was actually the one that inspired me to start and finish this album. It's a simple song, it's just my ukulele and me. I added no samples or other virtual instruments, it's just this. This is a thank you letter for all my friends.
I will see you in a favorite place. It's okay, we'll be okay. It's okay to feel afraid. It's okay, we'll be okay. To all my friends, I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you really like it, please subscribe and leave a like. I make this album because I wanted to prove myself that I was able to finish one album. And this is a message for everyone who wants to make an album. If you're not sure, if you think it's not going to be good, just release it. This album is not perfect. I see flaws in productions, vocal takes, etc. But you're not going to improve unless you release this album. So, if you're watching this video today, the album is out in all platforms and in my YouTube channel, Too Official. So make sure to check it out. Tell me if you like it, tell me if you don't. Leave your opinion in the comments, it's okay. I also wanted to make this video as a way for people to share their art. So feel free to tag your favorite artist, a friend, or even your own work. I wanted to make sure that we start to grow as a community. So please share your art, share your music, share your albums. And thank you very much, and see you in the next one.